Hey, good morning, y'all. Today we're going to talk about jealousy and what is the root cause of why people envy another person or hate another person. And to hate on another person does steer from envy. People can try to twist it and, turn it or say whatever they want to say, but the root cause of hate is being envious. I'm going to break it down and explain it. I do kind of have like a little, not confusion, but it's hard for me to kind of comprehend a person that hates because I never really hated on another person. I've gossiped about people before, not constantly, continuously on the same person, but like just gossip. Like somebody do something, people talk about it. But it's like smear campaigns and people just constantly hating on somebody. It has to steer from jealousy. Now, let me explain why. Me, if I don't like somebody, if I just really, really don't like somebody, if they disrespected me or I just have a sort of like a distaste for them, I'm going to ignore them, period. If I don't like you, I really won't acknowledge you. Now, if I hear you saying something, I might say something back, depending on the level of what has been said. But it's like if I don't like somebody, and you too, if you don't like somebody, why would you constantly keep their name in your mouth? Let's kind of like use some common sense. And I'm trying to think on the level of a hater. And to me, hate, like Brown said, hate is a spirit and it spreads from one person to another person. Because it's like, think of the mindset that a person has to have. Now, these people don't like you, but they type your name in every day on social media to see your posts and then to talk about it. Like, does that make any type of sense? You don't like somebody, you don't respect somebody is this and this and that, but you follow everything that they do to talk about it. Even on social media, let me take me out of the equation. If you think somebody is just talking out of whack and you don't like somebody, let's just say, for example, Rihanna. Let's say I don't like Rihanna. Now, I don't like Rihanna, but every music video that comes out and every live performance, I go to her video to press dislike and to type a nasty comment saying, oh, girl, sit your behind down. You can't sing, blah, blah. I mean, I want y'all to really think about that. That's not a little strange to y'all. This goes way beyond just hating and jealousy. That's not weird. It's like you watching a person just to talk negative. Like for real, and I wish I could see my eyes because I'm like blinking my eyes a bunch of times because I'm just like in disbelief that people do silly stuff like this, especially at a certain age. Especially people that are parents and have children. Like in high school, kids are silly. They just gonna be jealous. That's not really like giving them a pass, but that's like kids, high school, whatever. But after a certain age, it's kind of like we gotta wake up and start focusing on our own lives. Now my page is public, Facebook page, whatever, and YouTube page is public, like everybody else's, whatever. Because I make videos to bring people awareness and to wake them up. Don't really post anything negative unless I get frustrated about something I heard and then like I'm ready to just kind of go toe for toe. But even I'm getting out of that. But it's like, who goes to somebody's page every day to look at their pictures, watch they posts just to hate? You're not looking at it to learn. You're looking at it to gossip about it, and that's not weird to y'all. Like it kind of like makes me feel uncomfortable to live in a world that have with people that have that type of thinking. Like for real, like that's kind of weird, and it is jealousy because I just know I wouldn't do that if I don't like somebody and somebody offended me. I'm gonna just pretty much ignore them if I don't like you. I'm not gonna go to somebody's page every day. Oh my gosh, you see what she said? That's not a little weird to y'all? and demonic. Like, think about what spirit is behind you that's causing you to do that. Is it the spirit of God? Is it the love of God? If God was around, if you knew God was in the same room, which he is, of course, but he's not, he's invisible. But if you know at all times God is looking at you, like, what spirit is behind you that's causing you to do that? Is it the spirit of God or is it the spirit of Satan? Because Satan dwells in negativity and hate and gossip and this and that. What spirit is telling you to do these type of things? I started noticing a little trend when I was posting on my Facebook page of tarot card readings I was going to and then posting, and the people that speak to these psychics, so to these spiritual psychics that I go to are angels and ancestors. And God or whatever talks to these people and they tell you they're able to foretell your future or give you advice. But then I started noticing it was like kind of like the same number of dislikes on each video that I was going that I'm sorry, of each psychic that I was going to. Who goes to each person's video and press dislike, just to press dislike, watch it and press dislike? It's like it's something in your spirit that's calling you out. Like, another thing, I was going to some narcissist counselors or whatever online, and people who are narc survivors. And I exposed my ex and his family, not to the full extent that I wanted to, because I really could go deep into it, but I just don't really want to cause anybody embarrassment. And one day I will, when I write about it in a book and when I go around the world talking about it. And it's like, really, why should I have to censor certain things just so people won't feel bad? Like, you did what you did, so you deserve exposure, but I'm just not that type of person. You know what I'm saying? I'll kind of like calm it down a little bit because I know a lot of stuff, but it's like, what person goes to narc videos and these people are talking about these narcs are flying monkeys, they start rumors, they gain stock, they gossip, they're messy, they come from toxic people? What? Okay, if that's not true, why would you go to each video just to press thumbs down and call these people messy and blah? It's something that they're saying that it's like it's calling you out because you're guilty of it. And I said this before on my Facebook page. That's like me hearing people talk about empaths and earth angels. They weak, they can't think for themselves. Like, I'm just making up stuff. Like, why would I go to each of their videos and hear them talk about earth angels and empaths just to call them messy and say and press the dislike button? I mean, you can do whatever you want, but just think about how they look. Not just, I mean, obviously you're not self-reflecting, so you don't care how it looks to you, but think about how it looks to God. Because it's like at all times there's people watching us. What spirit is leading you to do silly, stupid stuff like that? If you don't like somebody, pretend they're a ghost and ignore them. If you don't like somebody, don't go to their page to watch every post just to gossip about it. If you're not going to somebody's page to learn, why are you going to their page? It has to be a form of jealousy. You going to somebody's pictures just to point at it or compare yourself to the pictures. I look back, that's not a little strange to you? And some of you people are too old to be doing the stuff that you're doing. I always thought that with age comes a certain maturity. And I found out as I got older that's not true. It's people that's mothers, that's 40 something, 30 something, acting like middle school kids. Like, for real. Like, if you have a child or children, you supposed to hold yourself in a certain like manner, like a role model. And that's why your kids be messed up and messy and hating on it. I mean, come on. For real. And no matter how successful you are, how much money you make, the mindset of a person, you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to have like a mature mindset and not be silly and engage in certain things. After a certain age, some things are kind of unacceptable. Y'all need to really wake up, self-reflect, and ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I constantly having this person's name in my mouth? Why am I constantly saying certain things about this person? I don't really know them. Because it looks crazy to me. And it doesn't it's just not adding up and it's not making sense. You know what I'm saying? Let's focus on our own lives. Stay in our own lane. If you focus like on yourself and just like focus on what makes you happy, then you won't have time to like really hate on somebody else. Start being inspired. And there's nothing wrong with being inspired by somebody. I was inspired by people. It's certain people like Shelley Lubin and Danielle Williams, ex porn stars, testimonies from them, and just certain people that like overcame hardships in their life that inspired me. Nino Brown really inspires me. You know, it's like we gotta wake up and stop doing silly stuff.